Thanks, Charlie. Hey, Renegades. So, yesterday, I'm going to be honest, we had some pretty brief analysis from me talking about the Preds' loss to the Dallas Stars, where I said that it sucked really bad. And I stand by that criticism, but what I'm going to say now is that I'll keep it brief once more for the win over the Vegas Golden Knights. If I'm going to keep my comments very brief for a loss, let me keep them very brief for a win. But wow, that was really exciting. And I'll also say this. You're getting to see a young core of a team develop, and you're beginning to see what the future can look like. Now, I'm well aware of the fact that there are several veteran players that are going to be back next season and be healthy and be playing. But what you have to understand is that this team is building a culture. They're building a new culture, and they're going to be able to merge that with the healthy players coming back next season. And I think it's going to be really exciting to watch, because what you've seen is the team develop confidence. If you think realistically about this, and let's be very, very blunt here. If I told you at the beginning of the season that there would be a late season game against a team that is playoff bound, where there was a lot on the line for the Predators in order to keep their hopes for the playoffs alive, and that they would go into overtime, and that overtime you would be playing the players that played in overtime, and that you had to rely on them for a win, and I said that they ended up winning, you'd probably say I was crazy. Now, but I bet, and maybe I'm wrong here, if you've been paying as close attention as I have, and maybe you have, maybe you haven't, when those guys hit the ice, while you may have been nervous because it was overtime, I don't think your hope was lost and said, oh, these guys in overtime, it's not going to happen. Cody Glass, Philip Tomasino, Tommy Novak. Okay, the beginning of the season, if that's who I told you it was going to come down to, would you chalk that up as a win? And my guess is no. But because you probably didn't go into that overtime with a total lack of confidence in those guys getting the job done and felt, hey, they could probably do this. They have a chance. That tells me that things are going really well for this team. Now, there's a big ugly elephant in the room that we all may need to talk about soon, and that's that who is the one pulling these wins out of these players? Because I think for a long time, when the Preds weren't doing so well, all of the blame went directly to head coach John Hines. John Hines is still the head coach, and he's pulling incredible performances out of these players. He still has a year left on his contract. Do you think it's possible that their performance down the stretch here is enough to allow him to hold on to that spot for another year and to complete his contract and see what he can do with this core, along with the returning core of currently injured veteran players? Could be very interesting to see how this plays out. I'm going to leave you with that to chew on. I'm sure there'll be a lot to think about after you think about what I just said. So, Renegades, that's all I got. Charlie, I'm going to send it back over to you.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know, because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.